Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. Reading, and I'm going to be sharing with you, is from the New Testament, from the Gospel according to St. Luke chapter 2, verses 42 through 52. And when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem according to the custom of the feast. When they had finished the days, as they returned, the boy Jesus lingered behind in Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother did not know it. But supposing him to have been in the company, they went a day's journey, and sought him among their relatives and acquaintances. So when they did not find him, they returned to Jerusalem seeking him. Now so it was that after 3 days they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the teachers, both listening to them and asking them questions. And all who heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers. So when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said to him, "Son, why have you done this to us? Look, your father and I have sought you anxiously." And he said to them, "Why did you seek me? Did you not know that I must be about my Father's business?" But they did not understand the statement which he spoke to them. And then he went down with them and came to Nazareth, and was subject to them. But his mother kept all these things in her heart. And Jesus increased in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and men. God always blesses the reading and the hearing of this his most holy and precious word. Amen. Any of you ever have the experience of when your children get a little older and maybe they're out of the house, that they bring a boyfriend or a girlfriend home? Some of you have that to look forward to. It's always a joyful thing. Depending on who the boyfriend or the girlfriend is. If they are just dating or something, it's not so bad. Well, it's not bad at all, actually. But if they get a little more serious, suddenly you say, "You want to see some pictures? Want to see some videos of when our little precious child was little?" And your child goes, "No." And the other person goes, "Yeah, I'd love to." And you get out the pictures that you've been saving for years as ammunition. You told them when they were 4 years old, "I'm going to save this picture and use it." And you do. Or the videos. And this person who's new into your child's life and in your life suddenly is getting glimpses into the youth or childhood of your kid. And it's pretty interesting. And they watch it intently. You ever notice that? And they'll ask questions. "Well, who's that? Who's this? How come that's so funny?" And then there's always stories, you know. We don't know much about the childhood of Jesus. Matthew and Luke tell us that he was born, and then usually we go right into, and then he began his ministry. He was 30 years old. You know, all those stories. Luke is the only one who gives us a bit of a glimpse into what Jesus was like, or something about his life between the ages of birth and 30. It amazes me. God sent his Son to save us and to deliver us, but the only part of his life we know of are the last 3. Basically. When we say, "Wonder what he did all those other years between birth and 30. There's all kinds of speculation, you know. You ever watch any of these shows and they say, "Well, he went to India and he taught there, he was a guru, And he came to America, and the Native American Indians have stories about this Arab-looking or Israeli-looking Middle Eastern man with a beard, and he taught things. And there's all kinds of stories. The Bible doesn't know any of that. And Luke's the only one who gives us a glimpse into those in-between years. It says in the verses just preceding what I read that his parents were always faithful, and they went every year to Jerusalem at the feast of the Passover. And when he was 12 years old, they took Jesus. Now, he may have gone every year. We don't know. But this is the story that's being told this time because something happened there that was special this time. 12 years old is about the time when young Jewish boys are bar mitzvahed. They become sons of the law. That's what bar mitzvah means. Son of the law. I wonder if this wasn't his bar mitzvah time. Time is very special. Every Thursday in Jerusalem, at the Wailing Wall, the Western Wall today, it's bar mitzvah day. And young boys, age 12 or 13, come from all over the world. And they're bar mitzvahed at the Wailing Wall, this holy place. They can also do it in their own synagogue or wherever, but it's a special thing to go to Jerusalem to do it. A lot of them were there from New York City. The boys have been trained, as we do, like with confirmation and things, and then they go there and they are given a scroll, a beautiful scroll to read. And they read the scriptures that have been assigned to them. And when they do that, they lift them up on their shoulders or in a chair high, and they lift them and they dance around with them. And it's a celebration. And they have, I think they're called shofars. There's horns, like a ram's horn. They go, woo! And all these things are going off. And it's marvelous. And you just sit and you watch and you say, this is a special time. These kids will never forget this. I wonder if something like that didn't happen to Jesus when he was taken to the temple. If he didn't read, if they didn't have the celebration. He never wanted to leave it. After the Passover was over, and it was a 7-day festival, the families all got ready to go and to leave. And Mary and Joseph got ready to go. And they left. Now, we have a hard time with this story, some of us. So how could they leave and not know Jesus was with them? Well, he wasn't in the back seat of the van. He wasn't on the camel next to them. We say, how could they not know? But we have to understand several different things about those days. Extended families were the order of the day. Your mother and father, your grandparents, your brothers or sisters, your cousins, all of them had as much authority over your children as you did. They could discipline your children, they could take them places, they could do things. We have little glimpses of that in our own life. When someone is baptized, we ask the congregation, will you help to raise this child in the Christian faith? And we all say, yeah, we will. That gives us a little taste of what this was, but nothing like what it really was, because extended families back then were really family.